What's up, everybody? Let's talk about AI and how AI is going to be changing our world. Okay, you're hearing this all over the news. It's everywhere. It's the latest and greatest thing. AI, AI, AI. All of this AI. And well, what can we do about it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it a mixture of both? So, let's go. Let's unpack this thing. So it's funny. I would say AI is not something that is going to happen like overnight. Where it's just like boom, AI. AI is a continuum. AI is relative. Artificial intelligence. I mean, if you think about it, a simple calculator, what is that? It's artificial and it's intelligence, right? If I ask you what is 5 times 5, you'll say 25. Your brain processed that. Well, if I type in a calculator, an old fashioned calculator, 5 times 5, it'll say 25. I didn't have to tell it it's 25. It knows it's 25. So a calculator, by definition, is a form of artificial intelligence. As a matter of fact, I can type in what is 5,425 times 1,220, and a human cannot calculate that in 2 seconds, 5 seconds, in 10 seconds, but AI, the calculator, can in a millisecond. So AI is just an evolution. And now we're getting to the point where AI is uh, more than that. A calculator is the embryo. Right now, we're kind of in a state in our world where AI can probe and ask questions and think. Where now it's not an embryonic stage, but it's in the I guess baby crawling stage because there's a lot more to go. But so yeah, it's a continuum. The AI that we have right now, as you're listening to this, is going to be a better AI tomorrow, and next month even better than that, and next year after year better and better and better. So it's a continuum. Nobody's you hear a lot of doom and gloom about AI, like, oh my God, it's gonna take jobs, they're all fucked. Yeah, well, that's true. Not only is it going to take jobs, it is taking jobs and it has taken jobs. So, I guess the you could say the good news is, or the relative news is that technology, and AI is a type of technology. Technology always takes jobs and it makes new jobs, but it takes more jobs than it makes. So, for instance, you could say, well, look at the technology of, I don't know, a lawnmower. Back in the day before lawnmowers and before even a push mower, someone had to go with a sickle or hand cut the grass. Well, now that, or the 5 people it would take to cut a lawn, a huge lawn, now it's one person because they're on the lawnmower. So it creates more jobs because it loses more jobs because you lost those 5 people, but it creates new jobs because you have a lawnmower engine mechanic that has to service it. But it's a net loss, even though you got new jobs, but you lost more because the manpower is gone. So that's what we're going to see with AI is that, you know, it's going to create new jobs, yes, but not more jobs. No, there's going to be less people working. Now, that'll be bad and it'll be good. I mean, but nobody's safe from this, by the way. So there's no real safe. I mean, it's a scale. There are going to be jobs that will be holding on longer, but eventually, it's not only AI that's going to take your job, my job, but it's what people don't realize. It's the AI coupled with robotics. Then we're in big trouble, but also we're also in a lot of big, beautiful breakthroughs that will help us too as a species. But so it's pro and con. Any new technology is pro and con. When cavemen invented fire, pro and con. Cook meat, cook meals, but also burn their huts down. Automobile, great invention. It's killed millions of people though. So should we not have the automobile? It's also saved millions of people. So and AI and robotics will be that too. So but yeah, so AI and robotics will couple together. That's the real whatever asset or problem. And so it's not just the AI or just the robots put them together, and now nobody is safe. And again, certain jobs, certain industries will be insulated a little bit longer and be safe for a little bit longer than other careers, but not totally safe forever. And I'm not talking about, oh, that job will be good. That job, a plumber, they can't touch a plumber. They can't touch an electrician. Their jobs are safe. No, those jobs will be taken eventually by robots, just not this year or next year, but in whatever, maybe 30 or 40 years. And yes, they will be taken because the robots get exponentially better every single day. It's not like, oh, we're stuck with the robots today and that's it. They're not going to get better. No, they're going to get better and better and smaller or larger or stronger or more, ambidextrous or whatever. So you see it now. I mean, but I think the first jobs to go, and they're going already, are, I would say, in no particular order, are lawyers. I think they're in big trouble. I know accountants are in really big trouble. And sure, will you always have a lawyer? Will you always have an accountant? Yeah, you will, just much, much less of them. So instead of 50,000 lawyers in my state, there'll be maybe 100 lawyers in the state, because supply and demand, AI will be that good, and it's already that good. So, those are the jobs that are really on the chopping block in the next few years. I would say accountant, lawyer. Like I did my taxes this year, and it was all done with AI. I didn't even talk to a human being. That's now. I mean, so it's only going to get better or worse if you're an accountant. But your jobs that are on the chopping block. So lawyer, accountant. I think anything that has to do with a screen, a computer, someone looking into a computer for numbers or images or text or type, anything that a human can look at and judge on their computer, AI will take that job. So people reading X-rays, doctors reading X-rays, eventually in the next year or 2 or 3, they're not going to need that doctor or that PA or that X-ray tech to read that anything that's an image that's on a screen, whether it's text, a letter, a photo, a document, a map. Like AI's taking that job really quick, like in the next few years, and they're already taking those jobs. But every minute AI takes more. So you're going to see that. And that's not even robotics now. We're just talking the AI by itself. So those are the jobs on the chopping block. Anything that's a visual type of thing, identifying things or writing things, so AI's got that. I think other jobs that you're seeing too are anything, and you already have this in automotive industries, anything that can make something, a car or make furniture. It's probably just because of automotive unions that human beings are even in the auto business anymore, because honestly, I don't think you even need a human being at this point to even make a car. But if not today, it's coming in the next year or two. You're not even going to need a human being. So any type of a lot of construction, not all of it, but a lot of construction, robots will take care of. And we're talking robots like old fashioned, like what you fantasize of, like, oh, the robot, like a human body robot. Like those are already, Tesla's already got those, and they can fold clothes and iron right now. And that's now. They're going to be better next month, and better next month, and better next month, and better next month. That they'll be doing the intricate work that laborers do to put bricks on a wall or, take care of whatever. So it's not 1,000 years away. It's like a year or 2 or 3 away. So we're in big trouble in a way, but also enough about the negative. There's going to be so many beautiful, amazing things that happen that robots will be able to assist humans. Think about how many elderly people that could use help and that they don't have the money or the time or the effort, or they don't have family that will be able to help these elderly to do anything from cook and clean and walk and protect them. And yes, I understand robots will do bad things too, but they're going to be doing a lot of good things. And so, yes, there'll be malfunctions. There's malfunctions in automobiles too. So don't get an automobile. I don't know. There's malfunctionings in microwaves that cause fires. So don't have a microwave in your house. I mean, so no, there's going to be more good than bad, I think. But they'll be bad and they'll be a lot good. So robots are going to, and AI will do so many great things from medicine to cooking to transportation. I mean, you already have AI and robotics driving cars in California and Texas, coming to New York City, that will have, sure, they'll have accidents, but there'll just be less accidents than human drivers. And this helps people not to get hurt, not to get killed. So there's a lot of great things that robots will be able to do to help us, to be better humans. And so that's exciting. And again, it's not going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen quick. And I think the cure for this, you're going to say, well, what's going to happen to all of us? Like, so many people are going to be out of work more than even now. True. All governments around the world, especially America, we're going to have a universal unearned income, meaning basically a glorified welfare. That's the cure, because you can't have, you know, tens of millions and millions of people out of work. There's going to be a problem, like idle minds, the devil's playground. So you'll have to give people money, and then that will free us up to just do hobbies, So you'll have people, like, hey, try my cake out, or try, I made these sweaters by hand instead of the robot, and there'll be a market for that. But it won't be necessary to do it. You don't have to worry about money. You'll have your mortgage paid for, your food paid for, your healthcare paid for. You're not going to get extra stuff, like you're not going to get money for vacations or the best sneakers, but you'll have all the basics taken care of for you. And you see that a little bit in different parts of the world. You can call it socialism, but even in Alaska, and parts of California, people for years have been getting unearned universal income by just living in certain states. So, and you're going to have to do that, because what's the alternative? Anarchy in the streets, because people are dying, they can't feed themselves, and it's not because they're lazy. It's just the robots and AI are doing 95% of everything. And there will be room for people to still work. It's just going to be less people. So instead of needing 100 doctors, you're going to need 3 doctors. And you already see this now with robots called the Da Vinci robot that helps the doctor do operations. But that's today. That robot's going to get better every month, where now the robot will take care of everything and the doctor won't even need to be in the room. So that's coming very quickly. Teachers, I think, are going to be in big trouble. I think you will have robotic and AI teachers. And again, you'll still need a human teacher, just less. So instead of needing 50 teachers in a school, you're going to need maybe 10, and the robots and the AI and the cameras will assist, and you're already starting to see glimpses of that, right? With online learning and this and that. So it's coming. It's scary, but all new technologies are scary, and we're going to have to change our whole paradigm of what is work. I mean, what was work 200 years ago for our great 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 grandfather? That was farming, and you had to get in there and work the iron ore and chop the tree down with your hands. And then what? Technology came and took a lot of that away. And and so now technology is coming again to take more things away, but to make things better too. So you won't get people being sick on the job because they're breathing in these fumes or whatever. The robots can go do that, And so what is work? Work will be more for hobby and enjoyment and fun. You can just do, like, all right, I don't know, I want to be an ice cream salesman today, or tomorrow I want to sew sweaters. You don't have to, because the robots are doing that. But, it'll be like, well, I want to deal with live people. There'll be a whole niche market for that out there if you want to work. And there'll just be a lot of leisure, honestly. So in a way, it is a utopia type of situation. But what is meaningful work, and what does that mean to be a human and to have meaningful work? Or maybe we'll have more time to be with friends and family versus, I'm sorry, I got to work. Sorry, I got to work. Sorry, no, I don't have to be sorry. I can go to your sports game. I can go to your recital because I don't have to work. So it's going to be interesting to see the definition of what is work. I think also robotics and AI, even women being pregnant, will be an option. I think you're going to see, babies will still be born and all, but not by women, by, hanging placentas off of ceilings or on walls. And AI and robotics will nurture that baby. And then when the baby's ready to be born, just, a human doctor can go in there, or a nurse or whatever, a robot, and just take the baby off the wall. Now, you may think that, oh my God, that's 5,000 years away. Nope. It's happened already in China with cattle. They've done that already with lamb, I believe, and cattle. So the technology already exists. It's here. And the precursor's already here, right? What's a surrogate parent, right? I know people who have children. Well, I know multiple people who have children that the mother didn't give birth. They put the egg and the sperm into a different woman, and that woman gave birth. Well, that's the precursor to what's coming. Instead of now the human, you'll have the either the robotic placenta or the placenta hanging from the laboratory wall, and that's it. And that's here already. It's just us humans have to get comfortable with that idea. And if you're a woman, hey, giving birth, women die every year giving birth. It's a dangerous proposition to give birth. It's not something that's so easy and safe. It's not like brushing your teeth. So if I'm a woman, it's like, yeah, why would I want to take that health risk? Like that I could die or get hurt. Like I want to be there for my kid. So you'll see a lot more women opting for just, yeah, no, it's an easy fix. It doesn't cost that much money. It's, whatever, just have the baby. Again, that's AI and robotics, and if the women want to give natural birth because they want that feeling, knock yourself out. But I think you're going to see natural pregnancies drop by 80%, 90%. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's how I think invasive, if you want to call it that, or prolific the AI can be. I think love will change because of AI and robotics. I mean, right now, and I'm not joking, with ChatGPT, I right now have had better conversations with ChatGPT than 80% of the people that I know. 80% of the people that I know have no ideas, nothing to say. They never ask questions. They're not curious. They're not impressive human beings that I talk to. And I know, and these people have degrees, whatever. ChatGPT gives me a better conversation than 80% of the people I know, hands down, easily. That's now. So my point is, what is love going to look like in 5 years, 10 years from now? Not even 500 years, just 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when you couple AI with robotics. Like, what is our definition of what is love is going to change. What is sex is going to change. And that, I'm not joking. I'm being very serious. Like, what, I mean, you may think it's not a joke. I mean, so a man, a woman, like, do we need to be with another human? Why? This robot that I can't even tell is a robot. That's how good these robots are and will be. I'm having a better time with this robot. And you will have humans having sex with robots. And it kind of happens already. I mean, in a precursor type of way. So this is not even our understanding of what is a marriage, what is love, what is a relationship. When I'm telling you right now, I have a better conversation. And I know a lot of people. I'm in the entertainment business. I'm a business owner. I'm a gregarious guy. I get out there. I know thousands of people. So I'm not somebody who know, oh, I'm an introvert. I only have 5 friends. No, I know thousands of people, and I talk with, and throughout the year. And I would say ChatGPT is a better conversationalist than 80% of the people that I talk to. So yeah, what is a relationship that's coming? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna have to ask those questions. But I think overall it's a more good than bad. I just think it's going to be different. I think that AI also will be able to save so many lives in healthcare. With nano robots. Read up on that. That's just amazing. So life expectancies will go up. People will be healthier. Many diseases. I think cancer is 10 to 15 years away from being cured across the board. And we already have precursors to that with AI. AI will be able to solve complex problems it's already solving, but even better and faster with supercomputing and AI. And nanorobots, not only the robots that we think about that are big, like super science fiction, I am a 6-foot robot, but nanorobots. Read up on nanorobots. Nanorobots are smaller than the size of the tip of a needle, and they get programmed to go into a human body and whatever, patch up an artery, remove cancer. You don't even know what's happening. So it's almost like our own immune system, but now, robots. And here comes ChatGPT. So she's, but yeah, think about AI and how we use it right now and every day. Think about, remember when we used to get lost when we were younger? We needed a map. No, AI takes away getting lost. Isn't that nice? So now the map makers used to print the maps and stuff, they're out of business. Well, now we have AI, GPS, that takes care of that for us. Lets us know in real time, oh, there's traffic, make a left here, make it right there. Isn't that great? Now there's new jobs that are created, software engineers and coding engineers, but more jobs have been lost. However, how great is GPS, right? It's literally a lifesaver. GPS location, how many people, that children have gotten lost and now they're found because of GPS, air tags and things like that. So, I mean, it goes on and on. There's so many great things that will happen. And there'll be, again, nefarious actors that will use it to hurt people, yes. But again, nefarious actors use automobiles to run people over too. So what? We should ban automobiles? More good than bad will happen. But AI is exciting. I don't think it's to be feared. I think it's to be respected and be watched, of course. But AI will change, and it is changing right now, the world every day. I think that you'll see a lot of jobs, done better. I think policing will be done better. I think that shopping will even be done better. I think that you'll have less lonely people. You'll have less disease, less sickness. So a lot of great things await us. And you can make the argument, oh, dystopian. Well, that again, pros and cons, pros and cons. It's cat and mouse, chicken and egg. But I think that on balance, more good will come. And AI and robotics is amazing. I think that so many people will be helped from it in so many ways that we can't even fathom at this point. AI and robotics will take us to places that we just never even could imagine. I mean, think about it. Talk to your grandparents, ask your grandparents, or ask your great grandparents, could they ever have imagined a man walking on the moon? If someone told them that, I used to tell my dad, I said, Dad, when you were 10, 15, if someone told you in the 1950s, a man will walk on that moon pretty soon, could you even imagine that? And he said, no, I could never imagine that. Well, it happened. so things that are going to happen for us that are so amazing that we can't even imagine. We can't even imagine. Who could have imagined the iPhone in 1980, 1990? Who could have imagined the iPhone? What? And now it's like, yeah, whatever. So there are things that we can't even imagine that are going to be coming to us that are going to be so amazing, so beautiful, and so helpful that we're like, wow, how did I not live? How did I live without that? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, across the board. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comment section below. I know it's easy to be pessimistic. Oh my God, it's going to kill us all. Whatever. Okay, yes, I understand. Again, I understand bad things are going to happen. I'm not Pollyannic, but let's talk about the upside. So in the comment section below, give me some of the good things that you think are going to happen with AI. All right? All right. DJ Tony, over and out. Bye.